Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Monica here, and we are in week 8 of our virtual programming during the summer. This week, our theme, we're talking all about mountains. So, guess what? My book that I'm going to read to you will be about habitats and mountain life. So, let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. I hope that you're doing well. If it's morning, good morning. If it's afternoon, good afternoon. If you're reading with me in the evening, good evening. I'm so glad you decided to join me. So you should be able to see my book now, and it's Human Habitats: Life in the Mountains by Holly Duhigg. People all over the world have adapted to the extremes of weather and temperature that are a part of living in a high altitude mountain life. All right. Habitats are places that provide living things with food, water, and shelter. An animal's body adapts to its habitat. This means it changes to help the animal survive or stay alive. The places humans live can also be called habitats. Humans can survive in many habitats. They adapt to different habitats by changing their way of life. For example, they can move from place to follow good weather. Mountains and mountain ranges are found all over the world. Cities, towns, and villages can be found in or near mountain ranges with good climates. Some mountains are cold and rocky. They do not make good habitats because it is difficult to live and grow food there. But these mountains can be great places for extreme sports such as skiing and rocket climbing. Life in the Tian Shan Mountains. Kyrgyz people live in Asia. Most are from the country of Kyrgyzstan. Many Kyrgyz people live high up in the Tian Shan mountain range. They are nomadic. This means they move their homes from place to place. The Kyrgyz people living in the mountains depend on farming and raising animals such as sheep and goats. They move to find land that has plants for their animals to eat. In summer, they travel in the mountains to find good farming land. In winter, it gets too cold to live high in the mountains, so they travel down to flatter land. Some live in villages in the winter. Some Kyrgyz people live in round, movable homes called yurts. They are built on wooden frames that can be taken apart and put back together. They are covered in felt, which keeps the home warm. The top layers keep rain out and hold the materials together. The inside of yurts are decorated with colorful carpets and quilts. The Kyrgyz people make carpets from sheep wool. They weave the wool by hand. The wool is warm and comfortable. Each year, they get more wool by cutting it from their sheep. Wow, this is beautiful. The inside of the yurts. Okay, the Himalayas are a mountain range in Asia. They cross over many countries such as India and China. Many people live in cities and villages near or in the Himalayas. Tibet is a region in the Himalayas. It's on a plateau high up in the mountains. The people who live there have adapted to mountain life. People who live in the highest areas eat a lot of meat. This is because it is difficult to grow plants there. People in low areas can grow vegetables. Adapted to mountain life. Tibet is high in the mountains. There is less oxygen in the air there. This can cause people to get headaches, become sick, or have trouble breathing. But people in Tibet have adapted over time to survive there. They are able to breathe easily, even with less oxygen. The main religion in Tibet is Buddhism. People in Tibet build monasteries in the mountains. Rongbuk Monastery is the highest monastery in the world. It is on Mount Everest. Many people travel there to worship. In most places, the Andes is too cold to or dry to grow food. Only some areas are used for farming. Many people depend on raising animals such as sheep and alpacas instead. They use the animals for food, trade, and clothing. La Paz is a city in Bolivia. It is high it is high in the Andes Mountains. In fact, it is the highest capital city in the world. People travel by cable car from La Paz to the city of El Hato. It is even higher in the mountains. I don't think I could go there, guys. I'd be too nervous. The cable cars are one way people adapted to live in the cities in the Andes. La Paz is very busy with a lot of traffic. The mountains make it difficult to travel from one place to the other. The cable cars make traveling easier and faster. The cable cars are also good for the environment. They do not pollute the environment like cars and buses do. All right, homes by the mountains. For hundreds of years, the Shaga people lived in huts. They made the roofs and walls from dried grass. Today, most people live in houses in small cities and villages near the mountains. Think about it. Human habitats are formed in the mountains around the world. People adapt to life high in the mountains. They use animals for food, trade, and clothing. They build warm homes and find new ways to move from place to place. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed reading that book with me, learning about how humans have adapted to live in areas with mountains, how they use animals for survival, for trade, and also, making their homes out of the materials that are available to them. I hope that you watch all of our videos. Join us on our live calls as we learn more and explore all about the mountains this week. Everyone stay safe. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.